Good morning and welcome back to the channel, and just check out this weather. Any idea where I am this morning? Well, we're not in Patong. Thought we'd have a change. But just look at this. So it looks like the Met Office was wrong with their predictions, because I've seen a couple. One was from the 1st to the 3rd of December for heavy rain. We've not seen that. And then they gave out another warning from the 6th onwards. But again, you can see not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful blue cloud. Try that again. Beautiful blue skies. Very picturesque here. Lots and lots of Longtail boats. Let's go for a walk. Okay, now right in front of me we've got a wee cafe here, and nice little spot there looking through the trees at this beautiful beach area. I will tell you where we are. I'm going to leave it for a bit, let you see whether you can work it out. But this is an area that's probably overlooked when it comes to tourist areas, which is a shame, because over the years I have seen some very big changes in this area, all for the better. And it has become quite a popular area now, especially with expats, but more so with tourists. I've just been speaking to a couple actually. They're over from Australia. They've just retired in the last few months over here, and they decided, after watching the channel, to stay in Camelot, and I just happened to bump into them while I was doing a members live stream. That's right, I'm doing live stream in the members area. So if that's something you're interested in, I'm going to be doing a lot, and I'm going to be talking a lot more franker in the members area than I do in the public domain. But I was talking to this couple, and they're really pleased with where they're staying. They thanked me for all my videos, which is lovely to see. Obviously get feedback from people. They really love the channel, and they said that the information on the channel has been very helpful with decision making and that. And we've had a really good chat. Really nice couple. So hello to Jimbo, because I know he watches, and Madonna is his wife's name. Very unusual. I don't know whether it's the real Madonna, because she was wearing sunglasses and that. I couldn't tell you that, but maybe. You never know. Maybe I have met Madonna. But no, it was really nice to meet them and have a chat with them and hear that they're doing so well. And they're just checking out this area as possibly an area they might look at in the future. Well, you can see quite good facilities. We've got some nice restaurants. There's a great promenade area further down here that's been expanded over the years, and it really has grown here a lot. And it is something, if you're not bothered about Patong, then maybe this might be an area that you would consider. Whether you're coming here for long term or you're coming here as a tourist, because there are some great facilities here. You've got a lot of boats obviously at the front here, a lot of trips going out to the various islands that you can take advantage of. So much like any of the other tourist areas, plenty of boat services. There's plenty of accommodation here. In fact, I know a guy, he rents motorbikes off my wife every time he comes, and at the moment he's coming more and more often. He used to come just once a year, then it was twice a year. This year it's 3 times, because he's courting a Thai lady, and he stays just down here actually in a very nice hotel. I haven't seen the rooms in it, but very comfortable, nice swimming pool, very realistically priced. He did tell me the price, but I'll be honest with you, I forgot what he said. And it was in, what month are we now? I think it was July he came last time, and he's coming in a few weeks, or a few months, I can't remember. He's got another booking with us anyway. But he always stays, well, he used to stay in Camelot, and sometimes he does stay in Camelot, but now he's mainly staying here, because he said that he just gets more value for his money. His accommodation is a little bit nicer than his Camelot accommodation, he said, and it's a little bit cheaper. So he's happy all round. And as I've said, there's plenty of good accommodation here, whether it's hotels or whether you're just looking for an apartment, a room, whatever it may be. It just depends on what your budget is. There's all budgets depending. Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Where are you from?
Spain.
Where? Spain?
Yeah.
First, originally from the UK, but I live here now. Okay, you've been here before?
Yeah, me 3 months ago.
3 months. You love it?
Our first time here.
First time. You love it or hate it?
Love it.
Love it. Excellent. Okay, have a nice holiday. Bumping into quite a few people today. Must be the weather, must be the sun. Brings people out, wandering around. It's nice to see this. I mean, look at this view here. Huh? In the evening time, you can sit a bit further down and take this in. Fantastic. Whether you're having a spot of lunch, evening cocktails, or even breakfast. Not such a great view, the bin men. But a necessity. Swaddy Cap, good morning.
Morning.
A very much needed necessity, the bin collections. So lots of businesses there. Another cafe there. Cafe Amazon. And there's a place where you can go and work and enjoy the ambience, surrounding ambience. Let's work and obviously have coffees and that. There's a lot of these places now. I forget what they're called now. What do you call them? It'll come to me later on. Where you go and pay and then you can sit and work and use different facilities. But a lot of those have popped up on the island over the years. Of course, the title here is a big development here, a mixture of condominiums and different. I don't know whether they've got holiday rentals. I think they do, but I think it's all done through Airbnb. And anybody who knows about Airbnb here in Thailand is not actually legal unless you're renting for 1 month or more, because a lot of the Airbnbs don't have hotel licenses, which you need to have if you're going to rent a room on a daily or weekly basis. So the law states that rentals, i.e. apartments, rooms, whatever it may be, weekly, daily, you need a hotel license. Monthly, you don't. And so that's where the problem is with Airbnb here. I have spoke about it before, and I will speak about it in more detail on a different video, but that's not today's video. Craft beers and food as well. So plenty of choice here. And do you know where it is? Is this a place that you would look at staying? Nice big Lotus supermarket there. Of course, Lotus has now changed. It used to be Tesco Lotus, or Lotus Tesco, but Tesco is no longer, and it is just owned by the CP Group, and they have rebranded themselves as just Lotus Go Fresh. No more Tesco, but it's a good supermarket. That's a smaller one. We do have some large ones across the island, and a place upstairs as well. Restaurant by the looks of it. I'm not sure what type of food they do. Plenty of convenience stores along here. So I'll give you another clue where we are. We're not far away from Nai Harm Beach, which is a very well-known beach here on the island. Some would argue one of the better beaches on the island, some would say not, but it is a very nice beach, and one that you should go and check out if you get the opportunity. Spend a few hours there. Fantastic view. Not going to be short of any boat trips if you stay in this area. And as we make our way down here, I'm doing this on this side rather than the beach because I want to show you the businesses that are here, because there's a lot of new ones opened up in the last 12 to 18 months. A lot of fish places down there if you want some fresh fish, and that is the Rawai seafood. I'm not going to call it market because it might cause a few confusions, because there are actually two fish markets. There's this one here, as you can see there. They obviously selling fish and then you can have it cooked, but the main one is down the southern end, which I have covered over on my other channel, which is now dedicated to food. I've done a seafood one where I bought some seafood. Well, me and Nat, the family, bought some seafood, went into one of the restaurants and had it cooked up. Great little video to watch. New place there. They got one of those in Shillong as well, poached. But lots of facilities here, lots and lots. So if you're not overly worried about beaches, it does have a beach here, but it's not the greatest of beaches, I'll be totally honest. And why is that? Well, there's quite a lot of boats parked up, as you've seen, and obviously the mooring ropes running across the beach, they can be a hazard. There's a lot of speedboats and longtail boats because this area is a fishing community, so you're going to see a lot of longtail boats. But the advantage to that is obviously there's a lot of boat trips as well, and you will be able to negotiate reasonable prices. I'm not going to say cheap because it all depends on people's wants and needs, on how much you spend on trips. If you're only wanting to spend a little bit, then you're only going to get the very basic trips. If your budget allows you to spend a little bit more, maybe you're going to get a better boat, less crowded, etc, etc. But I'm going to be doing some discounts in my members area. As I've said, I'm currently working quite hard on my YouTube members area. I'm going to have just one members area that's going to cover all my channels, because if you don't know, I actually have 3 YouTube channels. I have this one, the tourist, and I have my food channel, and I also have a moto channel. Granted, at the moment I haven't done a lot on my moto channel, but it's not forgotten about. It's just on the side at the moment because I'm trying to, shall we say, organise my schedule so I've got a little bit of time to be able to go out and do some moto videos. But out of all the channels, I'm only going to have one members area, which is going to cover all 3. So you will get, for the price of one membership, all the perks from all the channels. And at the moment I'm working on some discounts and special offers for my members. So this will be in the way of maybe discounts on trips, restaurants. I can't specify at the moment because I'm still trying to work out a few deals, but they're going to give you discounts. I'm not going to take anything from these discounts at all because of course you have to pay to be a member. It's only a small amount. The first tier is 50 baht, so not a lot of money, just over $1. $1.50 is where my membership starts, so very cheap. There's only 2 tiers at the moment, but I'm going to add another 2 tiers, and depending on your membership will give you certain privileges over other tiers that may be cheaper, more expensive, whatever the case may be. Each tier will have its own sort of sections of different things. So if that's something you're interested in, then don't forget, join the membership area on my food channel. That will cover this channel, the tourist channel, and my moto channel as well. Any discounts on any of those channels will be included in the one main members area. I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming in the members area. Nice little bar here actually. This has been open maybe a year, maybe less. I want to come down with Nat and get some drinks upstairs and take advantage of that, which is a fantastic view. Would be fantastic early evening to watch the sunset. Oh, lots of boats out there because they've got the King's Cup, is it, on at the moment in Phuket? I forget now. There's a big boating event. I'm not into boats, but there's a big boating event at the moment, and I believe, I'm not sure of the date today, I have to look at my phone, but I think it's the 6th of December. The King is coming, the King and Queen is due on the island. I know the Queen may be already here. What's the date today? Let me just have a look because I can't remember off the top of my head. It's a life when you can't even remember the date. I forgot to look at my phone this morning and see what it is. It's the 4th of December today, so we've got a couple of days yet before the King is due. But it's been on the media that the King is coming to the island. As far as I know, unless it's been cancelled. I know the Queen, she was in the media the other day. She's already here. But yeah, I mean, look at this, fantastic. Great little place to come and have a drink in the evening, have some tunes. Sorry, Cap. Lovely place, lovely. I really like that place. I want to come down with Nat and have some drinks. But there's a few places around here to enjoy. As we go further down, you'll see on that side where the promenade area is, a lot of tables, chairs for restaurants, and you can sit there having your food overlooking the bay. And it's a really nice area. As I say, it's got a lot to offer both people that are living here, because there are a lot of expats in this area, and also tourists, you know, and generally prices are a little bit better here than in the main tourist area. Obviously Patong, you're going to pay top prices. As I try to show on my channels, you can find bargains in those areas if you look, the same as every area. But this is more laid back, a little bit easier vibe, nice place to come and spend the day. You're not too far away from the Cape of Pom Tem, which is a great place to visit early evening just before the sun sets, to watch the sunset, or you could just sit here. This is going to be a nice place as well. So by now you should have worked out that we are in Rawai, and this place here, that guy that I was telling you about who rents from us, this is where he stays. So this is where we deliver the bike. So the Phuket Sea View, and it's actually a very nice place. They've got a swimming pool, nice area, some nice looking apartments. He said the accommodation is very comfortable. I haven't seen it personally myself. I'm taking his word, but I'm sure it is. So, and he said the prices are very reasonable there. So, and look where you are, right opposite the beach. I mean, okay, it's not on the beach, but it's pretty close. 20 yards away, if that. So, pretty good accommodation, and he stays there quite regular, so he must like it. Nice little place there to sit, have a beer, coffee, whatever the case may be. It's a bit early for beers, to be honest. Sweaty Cap? A little bit early for beers. Well, some people would say it's never too early for beers. When I was younger, then I'd be saying the same, but I'm a little bit older now. I try to have a beer in the late afternoon, evening, because now when I drink beer, it makes me tired. with the heat and everything, it just makes me tired. I want to sleep. So I just try to have them in the evening. I'm going to have a beer. But beautiful. Come and sit. There's areas where you can just sit. You don't need to be in a restaurant. Maybe bring a little bit of food, buy a little bit of food from one of the many food vendors that are knocking about. Just sit overlooking that view. You don't have to pay nothing. And there is the sign, I love Rawai. And this is a fairly new addition here. This, I'm not going to call it a mall because it's not really big enough to be, even though the name does say mall, I noticed. It's more like a shopping plaza. It does have the Tops supermarket, which in my opinion, my personal opinion, Tops is not the cheapest supermarket out there. They can be a little bit pricey for one or two things, but each to their own, you know. But it's good to have if you want to do a little bit of shopping, you know, things. There's also a hotel just down there. I think they're building it. Rawai Park, I believe, is down there. Or I can see on the sign there, which I believe is like swimming pools and water activities. And you've got a few shops upstairs as well, and a Starbucks, another cafe. Lots of cafes over here now in Thailand, especially in Phuket. And there's a nice bar there. That's a bar. Obviously it's too early to be open, but early evening, late afternoon, it opens up, and then in the evening time they music and lights, and you can see yourself. They've got seating tables. You can sit there enjoying the evening if you don't want to be partying in the nightclubs. Entirely up to you, but there's not really nightclubs here. There's an area called Laguna, which is not the Laguna that I'm talking about in the north part of Phuket. It's not far from here. It's about 10 minutes, and it's got a collection of bars and I believe one nightclub. So there's an entertainment area. It's been a long time since I've been there. I've been there a few times, and it offers a mixture of different type bars where you can play pool, and obviously the bars have got ladies in there should you want some company. Obviously that don't apply to me anymore. Those days are long gone, I'm afraid. But there are girls working in the bars. There's quite a reasonable selection of bars in this area actually. Nightlife's not too bad. You're not going to find it banging like Patong. If that's something that you have, that a hard nightlife, you want the clubs, you want the women, you want all that, you want the partying, then Patong's going to be your best bet. But if you're a family or you're a couple, you want something a little bit more subtle, a bit more laid back, then this is a good area. It's a very good area. Massage, Big Boy's Burger. I want to try those. I do want to try this. They've got one here, they've got one in Camelot. Of course, their main one was Camelot, and I believe they have one now in Patong as well. But quite a few restaurants, and these areas here are serviced by these restaurants there. So obviously, if you're going to be dining in one of these restaurants, you can sit over there, they bring the food across, as this lady's about to do. She's about to take the coffees. Sorry, good morning. So let's cross over the road so you can have a little bit of a better look. But you can see there the name of the restaurant, the same as the name of the restaurant over there. And you just sit here and order, and they'll bring the food over to you. And it gives you a really nice view when you're sitting there for lunch, breakfast or dinner, whatever you decide on. Motorbike hire shop, I will quickly mention, don't forget, if you're looking for hire, give the wife a tinkle. She might be able to sort you out. However, at the moment, we are fully booked. We don't have a bike. In fact, the only bike we've got is the Honda Wave, which I'm using today. So 100 cc's of immense power, shall we say. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. A little bit of a change to the Patong stuff. I like to change it up every now and again. Great area, lots more to explore in this area, not just this beach strip, this beach road, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Catch you on the next one.